Zendaya just stepped out in what looks like a full wedding dress, but that's not even the craziest part, because while everyone was focused on the gown, fans noticed something else, something much smaller, that instantly sent the internet into meltdown. A set of diamond rings, sitting right on that finger, and now, people are seriously asking one question: did Zendaya secretly get married without telling anyone? It sounds wild, but here's where things get even more interesting. Just days before this moment, someone very close to her casually dropped a statement that completely changed everything, hinting that the wedding might have already happened. No announcement. No photos. No confirmation, just clues, and the deeper fans started digging, the more it began to feel like this wasn't random at all. Zendaya's Paris appearance wasn't supposed to break the internet, but that's exactly what happened. She stepped onto the red carpet for the premiere of her upcoming film The Drama, and instantly, all eyes were on her. Dressed head to toe in white, she wore a custom, floor-length gown that looked almost identical to something you'd see at a high-end wedding. Long sleeves, perfectly tailored fit, and a dramatic black bow flowing behind her like a train. It didn't just look elegant, it looked intentional. Standing beside her co-star Robert Pattinson, the moment already had major Hollywood energy, because the moment photos from that night hit the internet, fans weren't zooming in on the dress anymore, they were zooming in on her hand. Zendaya was wearing multiple diamond rings, but one of them stood out immediately. Placed perfectly on her left ring finger, it didn't look like just another accessory. It looked deliberate. Within minutes, social media went into full investigation mode. Screenshots, zoom-ins, side-by-side comparisons, people were analyzing every angle. Some fans were convinced they spotted not just an engagement ring, but what looked like a second band sitting right next to it, and that's when the rumors really took off, because this wasn't the first time she'd been seen wearing something like this. Reports suggest she's been subtly showing similar rings throughout recent appearances, but no one connected the dots until now. Suddenly, the question wasn't if she was engaged anymore, it became something much bigger. Had she already tied the knot? Some fans even pointed out how confidently she wore it, no attempt to hide it, no effort to avoid the cameras. Almost like she wanted people to notice, but not say anything directly. And just as the internet started building its own theory, digging deeper into past appearances and hidden clues, they discovered this might not have been a random moment at all, and that's when fans started connecting dots that, at first, didn't seem related at all. Because this Paris look? It wasn't the first time Zendaya stepped out in what looked like a wedding dress. Just days earlier, she appeared in Los Angeles wearing another all-white gown, but this one came with its own story. Instead of something brand new, she re-wore a vintage piece she had already worn years ago. At the time, it seemed like a simple fashion choice, but now, fans think it meant something more. That's when people went back and noticed a pattern. Her stylist, La Roche, had quietly been dropping hints the entire time. First calling one look something old, and then the Paris outfit something new. And if you know anything about traditional wedding symbolism, that phrase isn't random at all. Something old, something new. It's part of a classic bridal tradition, and suddenly, everything started to feel way more intentional. If fans began asking, was Zendaya telling a story through her outfits? Not just promoting a movie, but subtly referencing something happening. And just when the rumors were starting to cool off, Tom Holland suddenly showed up. No big announcement. No red carpet moment. Just a quiet arrival in Paris right in the middle of Zendaya's premiere week. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. Of course he'd support her, right? But the timing felt almost too perfect. The internet had just gone into full meltdown over the rings, the dresses, and the secret wedding theories, and now he appears out of nowhere. Fans immediately picked up on it. Clips and photos started circulating, with people pointing out how low-key everything was. No interviews together, no obvious public appearance side by side, just enough to confirm he was there, but not enough to say anything officially, and that's what made it even more suspicious, because if there was nothing to hide, why keep it so quiet? Some believe he was simply there to support her behind the scenes. Others think the low-profile move was intentional, a way to avoid adding fuel to rumors that were already spiraling out of control. But online, one theory kept coming up again and again. This wasn't just a coincidence. It felt planned, and as fans kept digging deeper into every detail, from outfits to timing to who was where, one question started to take over everything. What if this wasn't just promotion anymore? But just when it started to feel like all the clues were pointing in one direction, another theory completely flipped the narrative. What if none of this was personal at all? What if it was all part of the rollout? Zendaya is currently promoting her upcoming film The Drama, a story centered around relationships, emotions, and yes, weddings. And suddenly, the all-white gowns, the symbolic styling, even the carefully chosen accessories start to look less like real-life hints and more like something planned for the spotlight. In Hollywood, this isn't new. Stars have been known to blur the line between their on-screen roles and real life, using fashion and appearances to build hype around a project. And Zendaya? She's known for being extremely intentional with every look she wears. So fans are split right down the middle. Some believe this is genius-level method dressing, where every outfit ties into the film's theme, creating buzz without saying a word. Others aren't buying it. They think the details are too specific, too personal to be just marketing, because wearing one bridal look could be promotion, but repeating it, adding symbolic phrases like something old and something new, pairing it with those rings, and that brings us to the biggest mystery of all. Zendaya has yet to confirm or deny any of the rumors. No announcement, no official photos, no interviews. Just gowns, rings, carefully curated appearances, and one viral comment from someone close to her. Every detail fans have noticed, from the Paris premiere to the symbolic something old, something new outfits, to Tom Holland's quiet presence, only adds to the intrigue. The line between marketing and reality has never been blurrier. Is she simply promoting the drama in the most stylish, attention-grabbing way possible? Or did she secretly pull off one of the most low-key celebrity weddings in history, leaving fans to piece together the story from subtle clues? What's undeniable is this: the conversation isn't slowing down. Social media is buzzing, fan theories are exploding, and every new appearance could change the narrative again. Zendaya has created a puzzle, and the world is desperate to solve it. Whether it's clever PR, real-life romance, or somewhere in between, one thing is certain: she's mastered the art of keeping everyone watching, guessing, and talking. And that's exactly what makes this story unforgettable, because sometimes, the most powerful statements aren't said out loud, they're shown and left for the world to interpret.